Hey y'all, it's Candace. So welcome back to my channel, and we're going to be talking about again real estate tips and terms. I really loved you guys' interactions on the other videos about pre-approval and what you're learning about the first step in real estate. So we're going to talk about the next step, and this is going to be something that you hear right after you get a pre-approval and then you're ready to purchase the house. This is what we call under contract in real estate. Under contract, and you know me, I'm going to look it up. Google definition. Under contract is a seller has accepted an offer on the property, but the sale is not final until the contingencies are met. So in the transaction process, you have a seller and you also have a buyer when you're looking to purchase a home or when you're looking to sell the home. Typically, on most sides, most of the time, we're going to be the buyer, but in some cases, we can also be the seller. A seller is a person who is selling the house. A buyer is a person who is buying the house. I know this seems really simple, but we have to put it into equations like this. So let's put this in motion. You are a buyer, you're looking to buy a house within 90 days. You find the house that you like, you put in your pre-approval, and your pre-approval says you can afford this house. Well, now you want to put in a contract and you want the seller to know that you want to agree to the terms of how they're selling the property. So what you will see next is you're going to see a contract that's going to be from the seller to the buyer to sell the property. It is going to have terms and negotiations and everything inside this contract that you as the buyer have to agree upon. If you don't know, I am a new home construction agent and I work for a builder here in Charleston, South Carolina, and we have a new home construction contract that we have buyers sign as we're selling homes to buyers. Typically in this contract is going to have things like the address, the property, the things of new construction, the process, and we also have contingencies and some financing things that we go through the contract. As a buyer, when you read through that, as long as you agree, once you sign, you are then under contract. There are things when you are purchasing a house that you do need to be aware of in order to go under contract. There are things like earnest money. Earnest money is basically a deposit of good faith money that you will put up prior to going under contract. So you're going to say, hey seller, I really like your house. I'm just going to put down an extra $3,000 up front just to show you I'm serious. They're going to take that $3,000 and they're going to apply that to your closing costs. And we'll get into costs and everything later. But earnest money is money, a deposit you put up front to show the seller that you're serious. Once you put the money up, you sign the contract, you are then officially under contract. Now, there are going to be contingencies that are in place, and contingencies are basically things that need to happen first in order for the contract to fully be ratified. Ratified is defined as a contract that is fully signed and negotiated between both the seller and the buyer. So I said a lot, right? So let me break it down. Buyer, seller. Buyer's looking for the house. The seller has the house. You already have a pre-approval. You're ready to purchase the home, and you let the seller know that you want to go under contract. You will then put down your earnest money deposit first, if there is a requirement for some, because there's some properties that don't require earnest money deposit. And then you will sign the contract. Once you sign the contract, there's typically going to be a contingency process that needs to be met first, and then the contract is fully ratified, and then you will go through your underwriting process and wait for the home to close. It's a lot, but we're going to break down the terms. So I just wanted to let you know that is what an under contract process is. You're basically agreeing to the terms that the seller is selling the house, and you're ready to move forward with the next steps. So I know you heard other words like contingencies and underwriting, and we'll get into all of that. But the main point of going under contract is that you've already found your pre-approval, which is the first step, and we talked about that. You learned about earnest money, which is your good faith deposit that you're going to put down. And then third, you're going to go under contract and you're going to let the seller know that, hey, I'm ready to purchase this property. I don't want nobody else to buy it. I don't want nobody else to get it. And then you are fully under contract. So in our next video, we're going to talk about contingencies. We're going to talk about underwriting and all the other terms that I said up front. You're probably like, okay, what is she saying? I'm going to explain that in the next video of after you go under contract, there are other things that can happen prior to you getting to the closing table. So I hope that I didn't overwhelm you, and I really hope that you learned a lot in this video as we're talking about more real estate tips and terms. Please be sure to subscribe below on my channel so that you can continue to follow along with the homeownership journey. And I look forward to posting the next video. See you guys next time. Bye.